All right, so greetings everyone. Welcome to Build Your Own Table Global Conference. So I'm so glad that you all were able to join us today for this event. I am so excited. As you can probably tell, my excitement from social media the last 2 months has been black gold. I threw a little pink in there, but I'm super excited. So thank you all for joining us because without you all coming to here and also sharing your speeches, this would not be possible. So you are all in for a amazing treat. I have been able to reach out to some amazing women that represent 11 countries, and they are going to share their point of view of what building your own table means to them. And of course, everyone's story is different, everyone's, journey is different, but they're going to share some really positive information that's going to encourage and motivate you all. So I'd like to get started first in prayer. So I'm going to call on my good sister, Vanessa O'Green. And if you can start us off in prayer, I'd appreciate it.
Absolutely. Let's bow our heads. Father, we just thank you for this day that you have made. Father, we give you glory, we give you honor, we give you praise. We thank you for every individual that is partaking in this event on today. Father, we ask that every word that is spoken, everything that is imparted by each and every one of these women, God, that it resonates, that it permeates, that it even shifts the very thought process of every person that is listening, Lord God. Anoint their tongues, Lord God, that you would be glorified. Father, we thank you for every woman. We thank you for the visionary, Lord God. We thank you for her vision and her foresight to put something together to empower, to uplift, and to inspire, Father. And so we just ask that you return unto her, Father, which she is so selflessly given out, Lord God. We thank you for this opportunity to express more of you here in the earth, Lord God, to empower, to uplift others, Lord God. And we thank you right now in this moment. It is in Jesus' name we pray. We say amen, amen, and amen.
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 Amen. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to share a little backstory as to the vision and the reason behind this event. And I'll ask if everyone can just possibly just mute just to keep the background noise. That'd be perfect. So this vision came to me about 2 years ago. December is always for me a month of reflection, a month that I, think about the year and think about the upcoming year as well. So in December of 2020, actually December of 2021, I had this vision about a global conference. At that time, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, you're going to just start speaking at different virtual conferences. That was what my thought was. And so I did. I started interacting and just, talking to different people from all over the country. And was able to participate in global conferences. But in December of 2023, God came back to me and he was like, no, this vision that I've given you is not for you to participate, but I need you now to come to the front and to lead. And I thought about it. I was like, oh gosh, because I'm great. Anybody knows me. I'm great at helping others put something together. We do amazing events if I can assist them. But doing it on my own has always been something that never really wanted to do. But as I think about it, it was God preparing me to be able to get to know these ladies because over the last 2 years, I have been able to get to know these women. So 2 years ago, no, I couldn't have had a global conference because I didn't know anyone outside of the US. So he was actually preparing me for this day. So I am so grateful and thankful. But I just wanted to just share the vision and behind this event. As women, we all have struggled with either people pleasing, people that try to gaslight us, imposter syndrome. So, I felt like this event would be great because
One
can you hear
second.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, it must have went out for a second. Hold on one second.
Story.
All right, and if everyone can just go ahead and just mute if you're not speaking, that would be great. All right. So I had a little computer issues, but we're going to keep on going with that. That's not a problem. All right. So I want to first talk about the keynote speaker. So the keynote speaker is Dr. Anita Caprice. Dr. Anita Caprice is a woman who wears many hats. Not only is she an amazing person, she has basically taken me under her wing. I don't know if she knows this or not, but she has taken me under her wings the last 2 years, and she has helped me tremendously. I've been able to assist her with conferences that she's had, but I've just pretty much just been watching her and I mean, this lady just amazes me. And like I said, I don't think she even knows the impact that she has made on my life. But she has been someone that has shared resources with me. She has opened herself up to give me information. The amount of information that I've learned since we have been connected over the last 2 years has been phenomenal. So I needed to have her on here because without her, she has given me the confidence over the last 2 years as well, especially within the last year, we've worked closely together. So let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Anita, because like I said, she wears many, many, many hats. She is a mother, she is a grandmother, she is an energy poet, she's a writer, an author, a metaphysical educator. In addition, like I said, she is a mentor that I didn't ask her. She's my mentor. But like I said, she has definitely if you don't follow her on Facebook, please follow her. She is someone that you will definitely just learn from as you just watch her and watch her post. But we're very pleased to have Dr. Anita. She's representing the USA. And Dr. Anita, will you please enlighten us more about the subject of build your own table and what it means to you?
Bless your heart, beautiful sister. First of all, I just have to say I am blessed and honored to be your mirror, my beautiful sister. And thank you so much for having me, inviting me, and that so I can share on this platform with all these so beautiful sisters. It's just a blessing and an honor. And building your own table, you gave me food for thought. I mean, you're uh I said, okay, she's saying that I have taught you have taught me. You have taught me, beautiful. So sharing my table. Okay. Well, I did a little bit of research, you guys, and I saw that, well, we know that a table represents, some place where we eat. That's the symbol. Where spiritually, a table refers to our mental and spiritual nourishment. Like the Last Supper, where the disciples received nourishment. Well, just as important as how the table is built, so too is what's on top, which is sur la table, on the top of the table. So building my table, I thought about it. I said, well, of course, it must be the complete essence of who I am. And what I am. So that's going to include my emotions, my feelings, my convictions and beliefs, my creed, and my in God and my gratitude. So I thought about the materials. What materials will I want to use to build my table? And I'm a poet, so then naturally I thought of an acrostic for the word table. So for me, building my table is going to consist of, for the letter T, truth. Truth that we are human and divine, and that we all have our highs and lows and our shadows and rainbows. A is the awareness that we all have our own reality and respect the opinions of others, even when they disagree with my own. The B represents belief. Belief there's one love, one energy. That means that okay, that there is one God and we are connected with the one God. And because we are connected with the one God, we are connected with each other. So that means we are connected with brothers and sisters all over the world. The L represents unconditional love, the strong foundation, the place where we can unfold, because there is no awakening unless you go through the period of unfoldment. And then the E is the empowered, the diversity, inclusion, belonging, diversity, uniqueness, inclusion. We are all God's children, black, white, brown, yellow, red, man, woman, child, heterosexual, LGBTQ, all religions. and then the belonging. Our soul have an innate need to belong. And this table is going to represent the place where people can come and be themselves, because like there is a nail or two of the shadow, because if it's so perfect, then no one's going to be able to just be themselves and say, hey, this is the space where I'm in. So this table that I am building for myself and others, because we are all connected, it's going to be one where we can cry, we can laugh, we can grow, we can feel like if we don't want to do anything, we can be angry, we can be sad, because this table is a replica of the essence of who we are, which we are human and divine, and within all of our imperfections rests perfection. All we got to do is tap into it, that table, Table, which rests in our HEART, and then we are one, and then we can move on and step on and be the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul beautifuls that we are, because we know that the journey in self-recovery is absolutely beautiful. And I hope you know, my soul beautiful sister, so are you. Just tap into you and touch on that trust. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That was very beautiful. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Latasha.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So the next speaker I have is Vanessa O'Green. Vanessa O'Green is someone that I met 2 years ago, but I feel like I've known her longer than that. She has been a tremendous impact. She's made a tremendous impact on my life in several different areas since I've known her. So I'm so grateful for our connection. So if you know Vanessa Green, she is also known as Coach V. She's a minister. She is a 3 times best-selling author. She's a podcast host. She's a certified mindset coach, and she is the founder of Made New LLC. Vanessa, we are so pleased to have you with us to enlighten us. And can you please enlighten us more and tell us how and what Build Your Own Table means to you?
Thank you so much for having me, Latasha, on this platform with so many amazing women. For me, when I thought about what it meant to build your own table, the first thing that the Holy Spirit just dropped into me is being unapologetic. As women, we spend so much time, like you said earlier, being people pleasers. We deal with imposter syndrome. We try to do everything just so to try to please other people. But what I have found and discovered in the last couple of years is that I have to be unapologetic in what I do. As long as what I am doing is pleasing to the Father, then I don't have to apologize. I don't have to explain. I don't have to make things fit for the comfort of other individuals. The Bible even tells me in Joshua 1 to be strong and courageous. And so I've already been imparted and have the authority to be strong and bold and courageous and not have to apologize for why God has placed me here on the earth. He's placed us here. We all have purpose. We have specific assignments that we need to fulfill. And so I don't have to apologize as long as I'm not rude, I'm not stepping on toes in a way that I'm trying to climb over people or step over people because I want to be selfish or self-serving or self-promoting. As long as everything that I'm doing is decent and in order, then I don't have to apologize for not only building my own table, but then yet inviting people to my table. Because the other part of it is that we can't be selfish. We have to bring other people along. We have to have people to walk alongside of us to fulfill the purpose, the vision, the mandate that God has given us. So not only do I get to build a table, but I get to allow others to sit at the table with me. What I eat, you get to eat. What I have the benefit of learning and developing in, then you get to grow and share. So then I now have a responsibility to not only afford an opportunity for for somebody else to sit at the table, but then to help them to build their table. So we pass it on and we pay it forward. And so that is where we get into selflessness and true service. Being a servant leader is helping others. There are other people that are watching that desire to know what it is to be at a table, let alone build their own table. And so don't apologize for reaching back and helping others. Don't apologize for being that peculiar person that God made you to be, whether people understand, whether people agree with it, whether they approve, that's not of your concern. Build the table, be unapologetic, be bold, be strong, be courageous. Know that when you do it, that all of heaven is backing you and that you are being a light and an example to others. And so for me, that's what it means to build your own table.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. The next speaker we have is Elizabeth Castillo. Elizabeth is representing Philippines. She is a phenomenal woman, as well as everyone here and everyone that is tuning in as well. So Elizabeth is a multi-awarded international author, poet, international visual artist, and a speaker. So we are so grateful to have Elizabeth here. We have been able to, her and I, we've worked together on several projects really closely over the last couple of months. And I've really been able to learn more about her and just learn how amazing she truly is. So Elizabeth, we have the pleasure. Will you please enlighten us more about what Build Your Own Table means to you?
Good day, good evening to everyone. It is my honor and pleasure to be one of the guest speakers of this great event, Build Your Own Table Global Conference. I would like to thank Sister Dr. Latasha, Ramsay-Cyprian, for the wonderful opportunity to share my thoughts. First, I would like to greet all a happy International Women's Day and Women's History Month. Okay. So what do we say exactly, or what do we mean by build your own table? So it is defined as defining success on your own terms and creating your own opportunities. So the word table is metaphoric, and one can also add build the tools to make the table. You can open up and tap into more windows of opportunities if you will just use first your natural and God-given talents and gifts. So these gifts are meant to be shared and not only to benefit oneself. So when we say don't settle for a seat at the table, build your own table, the idea is not just to win a seat at the table. As women continue to make strides toward equality, both in society and in the corporate world, we shouldn't just keep on asking for inclusion. Our primary goal should be to blaze our own trails, start our own businesses, create our own opportunities to make a difference, to build our own tables, and remind other women that they can also have the power to do so. So, out of utilizing our own gifts, we women can take charge, start our own businesses, and make our voices heard loud and clear. Just this 2023, I decided to put up my own small writing business out of the realization that I can use my writing skills, my gifts. And it is not just writing featured articles or feature articles or conducting interviews, but also I have branched out in social media management, promotions, and others. I do this as my additional source of income, aside from being an English language instructor, and my other hustles as a visual artist. At the same time, I have the privilege to gain connections and meet different kinds of people. Most importantly, I love what I do. So we must be passionate in everything that we do. And I believe we can turn our passion into making profits for ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for sharing those beautiful words about what build your own table means to you. So we truly appreciate that. And Elizabeth, I truly appreciate your yes, and you saying yes to being a part of this event. Thank you so much. All right, so our next guest speaker is Diana Nufrika. She is a guest speaker from Indonesia. Diana is a certified entrepreneurship and business coach. She's a mental health advocate. She is a certified employee performance coach, and she is a certified NLP master practitioner. I am so happy to have her in my life. We met on Facebook about 2 years ago, and we have just connected. And she's been just a positive person that I feel like I've known. I feel like I've met her. That's just like with everybody on here. The ones that I haven't met, I feel like I've already met her before. But she's positive. She's powerful. She's an amazing coach, and I'm so happy to have her today representing Indonesia. And will you please share with us, Diana, enlighten us about the subject of build your own table and what that means to you?
Thank you so much, Moses. So, good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and champion of progress. Thank you so much, first of all, to Moses, Dr. Latasha, for inviting me to be here with all of you in order for special occasion, International Women's Day. So, happy International Women's Day to all of us in here. And yeah, I have listened the previous speakers already mentioned how is actually built on your table in their opinion. Well, for me, in my opinion, it's actually such a call to action to build, which means that it's time for women across the globe to invest in your self-improvement. And yes, when we talk about invest in ourselves, the time is now, not tomorrow or wait until you become rich. Because yeah, sometimes people are waiting long to start something new in order to improve themselves. It means also it's time for you to start now to embrace your uniqueness, because you are a force of nature, you are a masterpiece in the making, and yeah, it's like for world that thrives on authenticity. So build your own table means that you need to embrace your uniqueness. You need to celebrate your strengths and honor the journey that has led you to this moment, because your story is yours to tell. Your voice is yours to amplify, and your dreams are yours to chase. And yeah, with unraveling very first. So when we talk about build on your table, I think it's a time for women to cultivate a growth mindset, to sow the seed of growth mindset. Means that we need to thrive on challenges, welcomes the feedback, embrace the journey of continuous learning and growth. And we need also to see setbacks not as a failure, but as opportunities for growth, and view obstacles too as stepping stones to success. And of course, it's time for all of us to believe in your capacity to evolve, to adapt, and to thrive in the face of adversity. Because we know that nowadays we live in a rapid technology change. Sometimes it's truly hard for us. And the next is I build your own table means that look what we are doing now. Okay, we are networking, we are collaborating, like Natasha mentioned that we met on Facebook. So it's actually part of
Okay. Can you unmute?
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you. I muted everyone else to cut back on the background noise. Okay, so I just want you to unmute to be able to speak.
Okay,
Thank
okay.
you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I will continue. So yeah, why we are doing like right now, because yeah, we have to see the power of community, of collaboration, and of the connection, which is cannot be overstated. So we need to surround ourselves with good people, good mentors, good fellow, and to uplift our spirit, to challenge, and also to reach our highest potential. So that's the part of build our own table. I am here to build my own table, to connect with people, to learn from other speakers, to listen the stories from others too. So I think that's a part of how we can build our own table. And the next thing is, when I talk about build my own table, it means that it's time for me to prioritize my self-care. Because yeah, with the hustle bustle life, I know that everyone is busy, even maybe busier than me. I'd like to remind that we shouldn't forget to prioritize our self-care, self-compassion, and self-love. We need to nurture our mind, our body, and of course, our spirit with acts of kindness. We need to take a moment of rest, like taking a sleep, and also practice that replenish your energy and raise your soul, such as meditation and do exercise. This kind of the things is actually the part of the process of our journey to build our own tables, because when we want to make something, it's not supposed to be from one foundation only or maybe one material only. It's actually such a collective effort that what we are doing to build ourselves to the better. So I think, yeah, I think yes. Oh, yesterday I have read the recent studies from a comprehensive global survey conducted by International Women's Empowerment Research Institute. They reveal that the trend of women awakening to the importance of self-improvement in some countries is actually show a really great result. Like over 70% of women are actively engaging in self-improvement initiatives such as skill development programs, educational courses, and even entrepreneurship ventures. So it's actually the great example and reminder to all of us that everyone across the globe are trying to build their own tables. We also have to adapt. We have to follow it too, so we don't get left behind. Especially we live it AI in everywhere, ChatGPT in everywhere. So we need to thrive. We need to survive with self-improvement if you want to build your own table. I think that's my opinion about how I am building my own table in a society, in a professional and also personal life first. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad you touched on the part about self-care, because that's something I try to remind myself that I need to do more of. So thank you for that, because you're right. We are so busy. We're wear many hats. We have children, it's always something, but self-care is the best care. I think Dr. Murda Jackson mentioned that in the comments a little while ago, and that is true. So thank you for sharing. And again, thank you for reminding us to take care of ourselves, because we are no good if we are depleted and have nothing to pour into others. So thank you so much for that. Thank you. All right, so our next guest speaker is Marianne Namayana. She is our guest speaker from Kenya. So Marianne is an entrepreneur. She is the founder of Masai Jewelry. She is a speaker and advocate for empowerment of women and girls. I've been following her on Facebook for a while, and I'm so amazed at all the wonderful things she does for the young ladies and women in Kenya. So I'm so glad that she is able to join us today. And Marianne, will you please enlighten us and tell us more about the subject of build your own table and what that means to you?
Unmute yourself.
I think you're muted, Marianne. Yes, thank you.
Good morning, good evening, everyone from all over. I'm Mariana Mayana, and I'm sorry to join you late.
You're fine, sister. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, and I'm happy to be part of you this day. So, greetings from here. Okay. As for me, to build as what I understand in building my own table is taking care of myself and others. Yeah. So as for now, as you help others, you have to have yourself love first and foremost, so that people can love you and be encouraged from you. Because if you don't love yourself, there's no one who can't love you or take care of you too. So first thing you have to in your own life, you have to make things going well. Like as we women, we have to be very hardworking in our societies, so that you have to encourage other ladies back there in the society to be as hardworking as you. So due to my knowledge, yeah, so that way.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us. Again, I see the beautiful the beadwork, your jewelry. It is beautiful.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
y'all, if you all are not following her, follow her on Facebook. Follow all these ladies on Facebook. But Marianne, she does an amazing job as advocating for young girls and women in Kenya, and she makes a beautiful jewelry. So, Marianne, again, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for sharing to us what Build Your Own Table means to you. We are so glad to have you here today. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So, our next sister that we have Dr. Supriya Karmalvian, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Dr. Supriya, she is representing us as a guest speaker from India. She's an international speaker, Toastmaster, NLP coach, communication expert, leadership coach, soft skill trainer, host, and master coach. And I have been able to, I met her a few months ago on Facebook as well. I was a guest on one of her podcasts, and since then we've just been connecting and collaborating and working together. And she is she's a wealth of knowledge, and she has gracing us today from India. So I'm so glad to have you here. If you could please enlighten us, sister, and tell us more about the subject of Build Your Own Table and what that means to you.
Thank you, Dr. Natasha, for this great global opportunity. And once again, ladies and my beautiful ladies, thank you so much for this great opportunity. Great greetings from India. Well, a beautiful Women's Day international celebration we had yesterday, but each day is a Women's Day because we deserve much more and we are the best creation of the God. With this motto, I start my journey. And before taking a deep dive, when we are talking about building your own table, it doesn't mean that we women are heading towards the table for our lunch or for our dinner. Rather, we have to create our own opportunities. Destiny. People say destiny, but I say it's just lines which we create with our hard work. And instead of looking for permission or approval from others, and folks, do you know when these miracles will be happening? I know so many women wants to find out when we can create these own miracles, building your own table. What exactly is the meaning? And I say, table, chair, creation, all are in our hand. And you know, the best creation of the God is we women, because we have that resilience, that endurance, that vigor. Even we are unaware of our positivity and our strength. So let's check it out. When we are talking about craftsmanship, that is about quality building. And when we are talking about quality building, that ensures your exceptional qualities. So let's check it out. As I said, beautiful women, you know, we are unaware of our own potentiality, as I said. And when we will realize our worth, we never ever settle for the less. Adjustment and compromises, a lot of difference. We adjust in every situation. That shows your flexibility. But excess of everything is bad. So when you realize your worth, never settle for the less. Second, which is very, very important and would love to talk this point very, very deeply. And that is very, very important in everybody's life. So mark my words. Whether you are your daddy's princess or your husband's queen, never ever depend financially on anyone. And the moment you depend on others for finance, trust me, you forget about the table. You cannot create a small chair for yourself. And the small chair is your dignity, your self-respect. So be a financial independent person at any cost. Even if you're a housewife, you should know how to create miracles in the form of finance. So be a daddy's princess, be your husband's queen, but be a financially independent person. And then you can create a lot of miracles, be your own table, be your own chair, whatever you want to create. Third thing, which is my favorite, trust your own capabilities. The world says you can't, but your soul says you can, and you will do one day. And with this belief, trust me, ladies, my beautiful friends, the soul connection will make you at the top of the world when you say, I can do it and I have done it. No matter what the world says, you can't, you can't, you can't, but your own soul says you can. And be your own motivator. As I say, every morning when you wake up, you are the only person you are going to make your day good or bad. So your day is good or bad according to your own thoughts, your own processed thoughts, which is going in the mind. And the fresh morning, every say, be your own motivator, be your own challenger, because you can only challenge yourself. You can only make happy yourself. You can make only sad yourself, depress yourself, motivate, demotivate yourself. So I say only one thing, as I know the time is very precious for everyone. Let's make the table, build your own table with your self-respect, dignity, ambition, perseverance, hard work. No matter you're a daddy's princess, you're a husband's queen, but the table creation is in our hand, and the destiny says we can create miracles. So thank you so much for giving me this golden opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. And when you were talking about finances, I was like, okay, sis is talking about something. So thank you so much, because it is important for us to be financially independent and not depend on someone, so thank you for reminding us of that, because I encounter a lot of women that unfortunately have even become widows or going through a divorce, and they never had to worry about finances, but then they're in a situations now where they have to worry about it. So thank you for that reminder to, always be financially dependent, not to be dependent on anyone for finances, and to be independent. So thank you so much, sister. We truly appreciate you sharing this with us today. Thank you so much. All right. So the next speaker we have is Professor Dr. Saprisa Dalahi. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name. But this beautiful sister is our guest speaker from Albania. She is a professor of English with over 46 years of experience. I'm thinking she probably must have started teaching around the age of 5, because I'm doing the math and I'm like, there's no way. So, but she is a national and international speaker. She's a teacher trainer. She's a poet, a leader, a conference organizer, and a philanthropist. I have had the opportunity to be friends with her on Facebook for the last couple of years. Always positive, always motivating, always just shining a bright light. And I'm so grateful that you're able to join us today. And I'm so grateful for our connection as well. And thank you for joining us from Albania. And if you could please just enlighten us and tell us what build your own table means to you.
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to say hello to everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning. And it's a privilege to be here. And thank you, Latasha, for giving me this opportunity to be part of this conference, Build Your Own Table, which is a global conference. And as you see, more than 11 countries are participating. So I would like also to thank Dr. Anita Capresi, who is really one of my mentor, who has taught me a lot. And also being in the family of empowerment through spoken word poetry, but also tap on you to you. These, I mean, two families or one big family just has given me the opportunity to be another person, and also to teach me how to build my own table. So I mean, building my own table, to my mind, has started earlier than that, earlier than today. In 2003, I was elected the president of ELTA, which is English Language Teachers Association in Albania. And having a good reputation among the teachers, because most of them, they used to be my students and so on and so forth. But I was, elected the president of ELTA at the time. And at the time, I requested Peace Corps headquarters here in Albania to hire 1 or 2 Peace Corps volunteers to work with ELTA in order for bringing change to our organization, to make it more productive, but also to empower teachers, and who most of them are women. So, at the very beginning, I just faced a lot of challenges because of the former leaders who really just wanted me to lead the organization in their own way. But taking the advice of my Peace Corps volunteers, who really were a big hand and also shoulder to count on, we made a lot of changes in the legislation of ELTA, but also in the articles that we included, how to follow the rules and so on. So this made me to build my own table. In what way? So I got to understand that building your own table is not the meaning of just, to set up a table and to bring it to class or to bring it to your home, but it is more than that. So we should have given our memories, our thoughts, our views, and everything about togetherness. So we are the same, no matter who you are, no matter are you rich or poor, are you from the rural area or urban area. So we, as long as we are women, we are teachers, we should serve the community, we should serve the students. So this made me to understand that, making the table and building the table, my own table, should affect my career, should affect my relationships with other people, around Albania, but not only that, also building relationships with other organizations of teachers everywhere in the world. But also giving the opportunity for personal development and collaborative development of every one of us. So making them feel at home, making them feel like we are, especially by the weekends, because during the weekdays we are at work, but at weekends we just get together, the whole family members, and we share opinions, we share our problems with one another. So what else is for me building your own table is because we do have our ideas, and not to take initiatives, to seek for opportunities, to set our goals, for us to pursue our aspirations, to collaborate with one another closely, to understand the meaning of togetherness. What is the meaning of togetherness? To help one another, to share opinions with one another, and also to assist to any kind of problem that they have, and also to develop self-reliance. Because most of the teachers here in Albania, they do not trust in themselves. Please, we should tell them that building your own table is a matter of your voice counts. Also, that you have to trust in what you do. But also to take part in different kinds of initiatives and also in all the innovational projects that come by, collaborating with other schools in the country or outside the country. Especially, we are dealing with EU projects, so why not to collaborate with them? And also to make them to be persistent of what they do. So persistence is a key. It's a very important tool for every one of us to face with obstacles and challenges that come by or we face. So to instill self-confidence to our teachers and to my students, who mostly are female students, and to make them believe in their own abilities, that they can. So they have their own views. Why not to share, and why not to collaborate with their friends? And also to extend the networking with other people as well. But also to have a kind of clear vision of what we want to achieve. So teachers or women should be clear what they are going to achieve. And also building your own table requires a sense of direction, but also purpose, and also a long-term vision that guides our actions and decisions in our work. So all these are embodied in one term, which is empowerment. So the process of building our table is empowering ourselves, empowering one another, empowering togetherness. And it instills a sense of confidence, self-efficacy, and belief in our ability to shape our own destiny. It moves away from a passive mindset and encourages active mindset. Develop our views, develop ourselves, empower our approach to life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing those great words. And I know you mentioned about self-improvement and taking care of ourselves, and always making sure that we continue to create these opportunities and create these spaces for everyone. So thank you so much, my beautiful sister, for sharing that with us. We are so grateful to have you. Thank you so much. All right. So our next guest speaker we have is, one second. All right. We have Bojana Bokovic. She is our guest speaker from Serbia. She's a lawyer, a specialist for corporate governance. She's a climate reality leader. She's an SDG expert, an author, lecturer, speaker, and humanitarian. So we are so grateful today to have you, sister, to be able to share with us what building your own table means to you. So please enlighten us and share with everyone listening.
Dear Latasha, first, thank you to you and to your company for organizing this important event and for having me. It takes more than a skill to organize women all around the globe to share their own opinion about such important topic as it is our own table. As I used to say during our first, let's say it's a meeting, it was just a podcast. Someone quoted me that when I said that there is not such a thing as a unique definition of what does success mean to all of us, to every single person on this earth. It is something different. To someone it is to have five kids, to other is to have five very fancy and inventions, to other is automobiles and watches, clocks. It is all depends somehow about culture, about behavior, about it's not about religion, it's more about society from which we are coming from. every single psychologist would tell you that they were expecting that after pandemic, those 2 extremely hard years after during the pandemic of COVID, that people would be more friendly. But unfortunately, it isn't the case. So to me, building your own table, it means that we should create our own opportunities. And it is crucial that to know that it's better to have one loyal supporter. Better to have that loyal supporter, not to have a crowd of unloyal, untrusty, and selfish friends, supporter, or no matter how do you want to call them. Because any alliance or any cooperation that is built out of greed, of jealousy, out of any kind of ambition, it is very fragile. It gives you full support, it gives you full strength, because I know there, I've been there. I had a crowd of I had a crowd of false friends, because in that moment I didn't know that they are my false friends. But thanks to God, it was every time after some hard battle, we know how the war should be led. But at that moment, what was my crucial point was because due to, my back history, I was refugee. I lost my father when I was 1 year old, and all those things. My mother had issues with the sight. She's almost blind, and in that moment, I developed a pretty bad panic attacks, and I had agoraphobia, and I was housebound. So in that moment, all those freaking bunch of people that were around my table, they ran away, simply disappeared, like when I they didn't know about me, like I will be housebound forever. So I wasn't be kissed by a prince, as in that fairy tale, but I'm cured, if there is something that is cure of agoraphobia, but I am cured. This is just something that can be happen to anyone. I used that time, it was only 1 month that I was in my home, that I was afraid to go out, and I used the time wisely. I turned myself to additional education, and I build myself as a brand. So after that, when I became what I am now, they are truly calling every single day, sending bunch of messages, emails, and I'm their sister. They believed in me, all those like we are in some president campaign for something. And it is crucial to follow your dreams, to believe your dreams, to pick your friends and supporters extremely wisely, because there is nothing that can be more damage to your success than the full friends and the people who are led by greed. Because if you look to history, even the biggest empires like Rome, Byzantine, they are ended because the biggest heads of those times were led by greed. So I'm truly happy because on some miracle way I found you, and I'm happy because you're all around my table.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love what you talked about. I've always thought about quality over quantity. I'd rather have one loyal good friend than 10 people that are not loyal. So thank you for reminding us of
No,
that.
I just want to send you the biggest the proof. The biggest proof was happened to me 2 days ago. my mom is on some glaucoma drops, and those drops are important to her because she can see on one eye only 30%, and she can't be without those drops. Suddenly, we can't import those drops in Serbia. And in one moment, I was desperate because I need to provide a medicine to her. But in half an hour, I had people from 3 different countries ready to help me.
Yes.
So no matter, my dear friends, where are we? If I'm in Serbia and you are in USA, I could be your much loyal friend than your next door neighbor.
Amen.
Or someone
Amen.
with whom you are talking every day on the phone, helping them, having coffee, having lunches, drinks, because it is easy to be a friend when everything is shiny and good. But when you have a personal earthquake, you will have one, and you should be happy if you have that one next to you.
That is correct. That is correct. Thank you so much, sister, for joining us from Serbia. It has been a pleasure getting to know you over the last couple of months, and I'm so grateful for you sharing with us today.
I'm
So
waiting
thank you.
for you to come.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, I just to tell you, there is a direct flight from Serbia, from USA to Serbia, from Chicago and from New York. Air
Okay.
Serbia.
All right. I'm gonna have to put that on. I'm gonna have to write that down, and we'll have to make that happen soon. Okay.
Direct flight. Deal.
Sounds good. Thank you again, sister, for joining us. I truly appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you. All right. Our next speaker is Anne Bose. Anne is our guest speaker representing France. Anne is a love coach, a relationship expert, a miracle breath therapy expert, an international author and speaker. So, Anne, we are so happy to have you today representing France. If you can please share with us and tell us what Build Your Own Table means to you.
Yeah, first of all, hello everyone, and thank you. I'm very I want to express my gratitude to Latasha for inviting us to come together and embark on this journey and this inspiring theme of building your own table. Today, I have the honor to share my views, my voice on building your own table from the perspective of love and relationships. When it comes to love and connection, building your own table is about creating a foundation based on authenticity and self-love. It's about accepting who you are, flaws and all, and honoring your own needs and desires. You know, as a life coach, I have had the privilege of witnessing the transformative power of self-love in countless lives. When we love each other unconditionally, we pave the way for healthy, fulfilling relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Building your own table means rejecting societal norms and expectations and charting your own path based on your values and aspirations. It's about creating a space where you feel seen, heard, and valued for who you truly are. But the journey for me doesn't end there. This extends to promoting open communication, trust, and vulnerability in our relationships. It's about creating a partnership in which both individuals feel empowered to show up authentically and support each other on their journey of growth and self-discovery. Through my work as a love coach and relationship expert, I have helped countless people break from limiting beliefs and patterns, allowing them to create the relationships they truly desire. It's a journey of self-discovery, growth, and ultimately deep connection. So, to conclude, this building your own table is this area of love and relationships is about embracing authenticity, cultivating self-love, and fostering deep, meaningful connections with others. As a love coach, I am committed to empowering individuals to create the fulfilling and lasting relationships they deserve. So thank you, dear friends, the all women here, for gracing our gathering with your presence. May we continue to walk this path hand in hand, hearts open, and spirits ablaze with the fire of possibilities. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure, following you on Facebook the last couple of years as well. So I'm so grateful that you agreed to come today to join us. I appreciate you so much. So thank you again for sharing your wonderful words from France. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
You're welcome. Okay, our next speaker we have is Nicole Farrell. Nicole is our guest speaker from Trinidad and Tobago. She is a multifaceted visionary. She's an entrepreneur. She's a writer, a mentor, a dynamic international speaker. And she, when I follow her, she's just great at branding. I mean, she just has the great pictures. She is just a brand expert. And I'm so grateful for her. We have been able to collaborate on a couple of projects together over the last couple of years. She is an amazing woman, just like everyone else that is here today. So Nicole, will you please enlighten us and share with us what Build Your Own Table means to you?
Sure. Thank you so much, Latasha. And hello, everyone from the beautiful, sunny Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. So we're talking about building your own table. And a lot of times when people hear build your own table, they think of creating their own projects. And that is a great part of it. However, sometimes building your table is just simply about being bold and creating your own lane and asking for what you want. When you think about a building and say you go and you knock on the door, and I'm speaking here figuratively, and you go to the door and they say, no, you can't come in, and they block the door. Let me tell you, you walk around that building and you look for an open window, okay, and see if you have a window that you can enter. If you don't, look for a ladder. Maybe there's a window higher up that you can go into. If not, maybe you can go to another type of building that is similar to the one you wanted to go in, or you can always build your own building. But the fact of the matter is, when you build your own table, it means going after what you want boldly and unapologetically. Now, I want to share two quick stories with you. And the first one is one of my favorite stories to share, not in a boastful way, but there are so many testimonies that can come from it. The first one is when I started my business. I started my business with public relations services and event management services. And eventually I pivoted my business to PR and image management. But when I started my business, I waited 7 months for my first major PR client. At one point, I thought my phone was not working because I'm like, well, I am not hearing my phone working. What is going on? And when my phone rang, I was minding my own business, working on my business, even though I wasn't working in my business. And let me quickly explain that. Even when things are slow or things are not happening, work on your business. So I was working on my business. I was planning, I was researching and doing all of that. And this is what I was actually doing one evening, minding my own business, and my phone rings. And who is it but the national director of the Miss World franchise here in Trinidad and Tobago. This was a dream I had since I was 10 years old. Now, with this particular example, what happened was they contacted me and they said, well, okay, we'd like you to be our publicist for the local leg as we prepare to go to the international leg of the competition. I said, okay, but here's where the building your own table comes into place. I said, okay, here's what, I will do that, but I want to be the platform that the public comes to get the information. I knew what my strategy was. I wanted people to come to my page, and it would increase my following as well. And it would also give me visibility to the public. And that is precisely what happened. My following literally doubled with that. Everybody had to come to my page to get updates and all of that. And that is part of building your table. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. So this was an instance where, yes, I'm being hired, but that doesn't mean I can't create my own lane. So I asked for what I want, for what I wanted. And then when we got into things, I found out that they were planning the post pageant VIP cocktail event. I said, listen, I'm certified in event planning. I could put this together for you with my eyes closed. And they were like, really? I was like, yes. And that is exactly what I did. Within a week, I was able to plan and organize their VIP cocktail event. I also hosted the event. I said, listen, I'm an event host as well. I'm going to do it. They were like, oh, okay, cool. And we worked out the arrangements. So these are the things that you have to remember. When you're building your own table, it is about being bold and going after what you wanted. And my second quick example was I found out about this international organization, and I said, they just spoke to me, and I said, I really want to be a part of this organization. I'd never heard of them before. They knew nothing about me, but I knew I wanted to be a part of it. So I said, okay, let me try. I wrote to them. I said, this is who I am. I gave them some background information on me. And I said, the least they can do is say no. And when I wrote to them, I got a response fairly quickly. And they said, you know what? We don't usually bring people on like this. You usually have to be nominated, but we'll make an exception for you. And that was mind blowing to me. And when I started with that organization, I also built my own table because I knew the impact that I wanted to have with my work within the organization. So I would say, hey, this is what I think we should do. This is how we should go about this. And that is how I built up there. So I just want to remind you with those two examples that you can never just step in the shadows and expect things to happen. If things aren't happening in one way, find a way to make it happen. Because a lot of times we sit and we wait for something to happen, for somebody to give us an opportunity. And sometimes that is all well and good, but sometimes you just have to create your own lane. And that is what it's about. Always remember that in whatever you do. Be bold, be brave, be unapologetic. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love
You're
those two
welcome.
stories that you shared. Thank you for sharing that with us. And
You're
it is a
welcome.
great reminder too, even though we might not see things going the way we want it to go, continue to work on ourselves, work on our businesses, because when it's our time, nothing can stop that. So
That's
thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for
You're
joining us.
welcome.
Thank you. All right. So the next speaker we have is Aklima Ali. She is a guest speaker from Trinidad and Tobago. She is an advocate for health and wellness. She's a Reiki master and the owner of Reiki Lighthouse. She's a writer and an international speaker, and she is another amazing woman that I have been able to follow on social media as well. And she is brings a bright light, has a great personality, and I'm so grateful for her to be here with us today. So, Klima, if you could please share with us and enlighten us on what build your own table means to you.
Great, thank you so much. So I'm going to, Latasha, would I be able to share my screen?
Marianne, you got the spotlight.
Sorry.
Latasha, if it's giving too much trouble, I can just try and go ahead. You're on mute.
Okay. Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. I was sharing my screen. Was it not pulling up for you? Did it not pull up?
No, it
Okay. Let me
didn't.
try.
It didn't.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull it up now. Give me 1 second. Let's see.
So if not, I could just try to read through as well from my end if it's giving too much difficulty.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull it up now. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, I'm trying to pull it up and it says it is sharing, but I don't see the actual PowerPoint presenting.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm seeing it's disabled from my side as well, so that's fine. So I will go ahead and get started.
All right.
All
Thank you,
right,
sir.
so good day, everyone. Can I go ahead, Latasha?
Go right ahead.
All right, great. Thank you so much, everyone. So as we're on an online platform, sometimes we get technical difficulties, but however, I'm going to go ahead with my presentation. We move forward. So for my presentation, what I had prepared was a title, Build Your Own Table, a Place of Integrity, Harmony, Growth, and Community. So what I did was I took the elements of the table and I do like to apply a symbolism to it, as well as a reflective question for all of us to place when we are looking at our own table. I do believe we have our table. Our table is a reflection of us, and we should always be in reflection mode. So when I spoke of, or you envision the legs of your table, it should represent the foundation of relationships. Just as a table stands sturdy on its legs, relationships thrive on a foundation of trust, communication, and mutual understanding. My reflective question for you today is, what steps am I taking to strengthen the foundation of my relationships, ensuring they are built on trust, effective communication, and mutual understanding? So as we look at a different element of the table, let us look at our tabletop. It focuses on goals and visions, not just individual goals, but also how they contribute to collective and shared visions to everyone that sits at our table. When you look at your table, kindly ask yourself, how do my individual goals and visions contribute to the collective landscape of shared aspirations? Equal seats, for me, reflect community and inclusion, and please view each seat at your table as an equal opportunity for contribution. The reflective question today is, in what ways am I actively fostering a diverse and inclusive community, ensuring that every voice is valued and every perspective around our table is represented? Another element of the table is the tablecloth, which for me symbolizes respect. The tablecloth represents a shared space where everyone can feel heard, they can be seen, and they are also respected. When you look at your table today, reflect on, how am I contributing to creating a respectful environment where differences are acknowledged and individuals feel seen, heard, and respected. Setting the table for me symbolizes collaboration. So just as individuals come together to set a table, collaboration is essential for achieving collective goals and visions. And the setting of your table must create a positive environment conducive of two things, growth and success. Today, reflect on the following. In what areas of my life am I actively collaborating with others to set the table for shared success, recognizing the power of teamwork in achieving collective goals? Now, if we had an actual table, we would be constantly cleaning the table. And I can tell you, we must be in a constant state of both growth and reflection. We must be able to clean our tabletop. We must always be able to reflect on our experiences, learn from all our challenges, and keep the table of relationships and goals vibrant and evolving. So what do you ask yourself in order to clean your table? How am I embracing a mindset of continuous growth and self-reflection, regularly cleaning my personal and professional table to ensure it remains vibrant and evolving? And last element for you to reflect on today, how are you maintaining your table's integrity? By distancing yourself from negative elements. Your job is to remove all elements that can damage your table. It symbolizes the need for you to distance yourself from negativity. The integrity of your table requires proactive steps to create a loving, positive, and supportive environment. My last reflective question to you today is, what actions am I taking to identify and distance myself from negative influences that could potentially damage the integrity of my personal and professional space? So as I close, I remind all of us here today, make sure your table is a place of integrity, a place of harmony, a place of growth, and a place of community. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, we've shared several platforms together, and every time you speak, I always enjoy hearing you speak. So I knew when I had this conference, I was like, I got to reach out to her. And I remember, I think I reached out to you probably in the beginning of January. I'm gonna share a story. I'm gonna probably make you laugh. But I was like, send me your headshot. I want to make a flyer. And you was like, already? Because you knew I was so excited about it. But you were like, no, I like the momentum. Keep it going, keep it going. But it was so funny because you're like, you're gonna do this 2 months early. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do it 2 months early. But I appreciate you, and that gave me a great laugh. I was like, she is so funny. But again, I enjoy sharing platforms with you, and I'm so grateful that you were able to join us today. And I'm so grateful to be able to call you my sister as well.
Thank you
So
so
thank
much.
you.
I just wanted to say, I'm sure everyone feels the same. We are so grateful for you and your invitation to come to this space. And thank you so much. Sending you much love, Latasha.
Yes. Love you too. Thank you, sister. Thank you. All right, so we are moving along and everything is going great. So again, thank you for everyone that is tuning in, joining us. We appreciate you all spending your Saturday morning with us. So thank you. We really appreciate it. And again, thank you to the speakers as well. So we're moving along really good with time as well. So our next speaker is Renee. She is another speaker from Trinidad and Tobago. She is an entrepreneur. She's a virtual executive assistant. She works mainly with mental health professionals and coaches, and she is a speaker. And when I reached out to her, I want to say, I think this is her first speaking event, if I'm not mistaken. quote me if I'm wrong, but I think this is her first speaking event. So for her to do this for me really truly means a lot. So I'm super excited. And it just goes to show you that when you have these relationships with people, you can reach out to them and they might not feel comfortable doing it, but they'll do it because of who it is that's asking. This is someone that I've never met, but we've just been friends on social media. So to me, that means a lot. So I'm so excited and so grateful for you, Renee. And if you could please enlighten us and share what Build Your Own Table means to you.
Okay, good morning, good evening, or good night, everyone. It's truly an honor to be here, but before I start, I just want to give special thanks to God and Latasha for this opportunity because, as you said, nerves. But also to all the inspiring women on here, your presence is truly uplifting. So to me, building your own table means connecting and collaborating with others who are, sorry, the dust is bothering me, who have the same vision as you. So I want to share my personal journey with building my own table. So during the chaos of the pandemic, I decided to launch my own business, First Choice Virtual Assistant Services. Working from home had always been a dream of mine, and I saw this as an opportunity to dive into the virtual world and create something meaningful. But the catch was, I was also working a demanding full-time job that left me little time for anything else. What was meant to be a typical 9 to 5 turned into a relentless grind, draining me both mentally and physically. And to be honest, you would think with my background in psychology, I prioritize my mental health, but we're wrong there. In 2022, it was a year of immense struggle. I reached my breaking point in October during a family gathering. I found myself in tears, overwhelmed by stress, depression, and anxiety. That moment was a wake-up call. I couldn't sacrifice my happiness for a job that only brought me pain. Despite the turmoil, I found solace in genuine connection. Even though I was not actively promoting my business on social media, I built meaningful relationships that fueled my determination. Witnessing other women chase their dreams, even in the face of exhaustion, inspired me to push forward. So, at the beginning of 2023, I made a bold decision and I walked away from the job draining my happiness and fully committed to my business. It wasn't easy, and there were definitely moments of doubt and uncertainty. But connecting with remarkable individuals like Rihanna Patterson, she's a TEDx speaker, by the way, offered me opportunities I never imagined. And this restored my confidence and drive. In 2023, I also embraced personal and professional growth. I learned that I needed to give myself grace in moments of difficulty. I realized that mistakes are inevitable, but it's how we bounce back that truly matters. Words can begin to describe the happiness I feel when I think about being away from toxicity. Being able to have flexibility with my time has been one of many positives. I am able to spend time with my loved ones, but most importantly, I am able to prioritize all elements of my health, be it mental, physical, or emotional. Though there are times I feel stagnant, one thing is for sure, the seeds of connection I have planted have begun to flourish. Because here we are in 2024 at my first speaking engagement. It is a testament to the power of connection and the importance of supporting one another on our journey. Latasha, thank you for believing in me and for creating and allowing me to be part of this life-changing event. And I'd like to leave you with this. Happiness isn't found in conforming to others' expectations. It's about carving your own path and building a table where you belong. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you so much. You did a fabulous job. So thank you for being able to come here for your first speaking engagement. I truly appreciate it. And I know that this is going to open up a lot of more doors and opportunity and speaking engagements for you as well. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. So our next sister is Reverend Jocelyn Ferre Pierre, and she is our guest speaker from the beautiful island of Grenada. She is better known as the intuitive wellness educator. She's an international speaker, she's an author, she's an ordained minister, she is a spiritual life counselor, and she is the CEO and founder of Intuitive Wellbeing Institute. She is another amazing woman that I have met on the social media. I'm telling you, y'all, these social media connections are amazing. I am so grateful to have her, to call her my sister. She is very supportive. I mean, so just this, I can just go on and on and on, but she is just an amazing, phenomenal woman. And I truly am grateful for our connection. And Reverend Jocelyn, if you could please share with us what building your own table means to you.
Well, thank you so much, Latisha, and thank you to every one of you ladies. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for being part of this table that Dr. Latisha had created for us. And in my whole thing, I'm going to ask you to join with me, because that's what building my table is all about. I'm going to ask you ladies from all around the world in the spirit to reach out to the sister on your right. Yes, so you're reaching out to her hands. And I want you to say to that sister on your right, whether it's from Grenada as me, or whether it's a sister from Trinidad and Tobago or USA, whatever, say to the sister, thank you for showing up. And I want you, after you have done this with the sister on the right, to stretch your hands over to the next sister on the left and to say, thank you for showing up. Wonderful. And then I want you to bring your hands in, one hand on your heart space and one hand on your tummy area. I want you to feel that heartbeat. And I want you to say to yourself and your creator, thank you. Thank you for showing up. And to me, I just want you to bask in this. Take the deep breaths and know that, and I'm talking to a particular individual now who might be scared, who might be a little bit frightened, who may have sat at many tables, and they're about to embark on building their table. Are they feeling that not enoughness? Comparing of all the ladies, you know, I see all these wonderful ladies today, and I'm wondering, could I do it? And I don't have this, I don't have that, I do not have the money. What am I gonna do? I'm saying to you, sister, step out, step out. And as you step out, just as Dr. Latisha said today, she networked, she made friends with each one of us. It was relationship. So those relationships that you would have fostered along the way, reach out. And there might be 20, but there will be this one. And I'm going to say to you, start with whatever amount. So if it's a 20, all good, fine, wonderful. But if it's just this one, start. Start building your table, taking from everything that you would have heard, that you would have had before, and allow that table to just continue to grow, build, and bloom. That's what I have for us today. It starts building your table, start with community, and it starts with you building on that strong foundation, knowing yourself and knowing the creator. And once you have those, step out. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for reminding us of the importance of community, because community is very important. We cannot do it alone. So thank you, sister, for joining us from the beautiful island. And I appreciate you so much. And thank you for all your support that you always give to me. I truly appreciate it and know that I see it. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you. All right. So our next speaker is my little sister, Juliana Ruggiero. She's our guest speaker from USA. I had the opportunity to meet her working on a book project. And we also have the visionary of the book project here as well, Sabrina Thomas. Juliana has, like I said, my little sister, because that's what she is. She is my little sister. She's everybody's little sister. Once you meet her, you just love her. So she's an only child, but she has a lot of siblings with this community that we have had over the last couple of years. So Juliana is a talented author. She's a talented writer. She's a best-selling author. She's an international speaker. And she's also a grief of advocate. You know, she uses her personal experience to help others. And I'm so grateful that she is here today. I could not have done this conference without having her on this platform. Juliana, will you please share what building your own table means to you?
Of course I will. Thank you so much, Latasha. Hello, everyone. As Latasha said, my name is Juliana. I gotta say before I start, I'm so honored and so humbled to be here. I'm so proud of each of the speakers so far. And for me, building your own table means while you sit around and do your own thing, get yourself some people that cheer you on, or when you're at your worst, get those people that can show up for you. And the reason I say that is because I'm going to share with you guys a really personal story that's been close to my heart. I have not shared it for almost 9 years, and my 10-year anniversary of being in treatment is in August. So that's why I picked it, because I wanted to commemorate that milestone. So in 2014, I went through a very mentally breaking time in my life where I was sick. Nobody really knew how sick I really was, because I really hid it really well. One day I came home from school crying, and I remember I went in the house, closed the door behind me, and said, "Mom, help me. I'm having anxiety." So she ended up calling a therapist through my insurance, and unfortunately, in the beginning, my insurance ended up sending me to a marriage therapist. So I, gave it time, but the therapist would only talk to me for 5 minutes and be like, "Juliana, get out. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to talk to your parents." And I would sit on the bench outside the office, and I just would think to myself, what am I doing here? Because when you go to treatment, right, you're supposed to feel better. But for me, I didn't feel better. I felt worse. So I said, I'm not getting better, Mom and Dad. So what am I going to do? And at this point, my demons were taking over me. Like, I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to be with anybody. I basically isolated myself. And, and my grandfather, rest his soul, he got me the help I needed. He had his therapist that would come to the house. He told her what was going on with me. And I remember one time her calling us on the phone, and I just remember saying, I can't do this anymore. I can't live like this. I feel trapped in my own body. So could you help me? She said, sure. I have a friend that's a mental health therapist who's a licensed clinical social worker. Because you don't need a marriage counselor. You need a licensed clinical social worker. So I called the social worker the next day, and I just remember being on the phone bawling to her, saying that, help, I can't do this. Like, I just want this anxiety and feeling to go away. And I remember going in for the first session saying, and after that marriage therapist, my walls were built up so high I couldn't see past them, even with glasses on, because I wear glasses. And I just remember her saying, Juliana, if you can't do this work, I can't work with you, and you might as well just leave right now if you can't do this work. And at that point, I was just desperate to get better. I just wanted to be back to myself, what I used to be before all the mental stuff. Because I mourned myself before I had all these mental problems. But I, you know, and my family, they showed up for me every treatment, every session, every hard conversation. Because when you're in treatment, those conversations could be really hard and ugly. But thankfully I have family and friends that really showed up and wanted to see me do well. And now here I am, 10 years later, almost, doing well. I take drugs, but under doctor's care to help me mellow myself out, feel better. When I started taking the meds almost 2 years ago, I thought it wasn't going to work because I never used to take anything really. It did work. It changed me, not for the worse, but for the better. So building your own table means to me, get yourself people that'll show up for you. And Latasha and Sabrina have definitely showed up for me over the last 2 years. So I thank the both of you for believing in me and tapping into me and helping me grow as a person. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Juliana. Thank you for sharing your testimony. And again, we truly love you and we are here to support you. And thank you for being brave because, sometimes whenever we share things like that, it's not always easy, but what you shared today is going to help somebody. So continue to walk, boldly in your truth, continue to be authentic and know that we're all rooting for you. So thank you so much for joining us. And I appreciate you so much. You're very welcome. Very welcome. All right. So our next speaker is Ariel Farb Lewis. Ariel is a guest speaker from USA. I grew up with Ariel. I am so proud of her. I have known her for many, many, many years. And to see her blossom into this amazing, phenomenal woman, it's just fantastic. I love it. I knew when she was younger, like so some people, like this person is just going to do great things. I knew that about Ariel when she was a teenager. So I am so grateful to have her here today. She is an amazing attorney, a notary. She has over 12 years of experience. She's a speaker and she has a nonprofit organization and she is a powerful community leader. She hosts events herself and the people come out and she has great information about building wealth, and about just the importance of foundation and things like that. So I am so grateful that you're here today, Ariel. Will you please share with us about what building your own table means to you?
Thank you so much, Latasha, for having me today. I feel honored to be alongside such amazing women, and I feel so blessed to be connected to someone like you. And so, what building your own table to me means forging your own path and creating your own opportunities. As wives, mothers, employees, entrepreneurs, caregivers, we really don't have time to reinvent the wheel by building our own table. But it becomes imperative when others don't invite us to the table to have a seat. But I came to say, forget their table and build your own. Listen, the rejection we experience from not being invited to have a seat at a table from certain people is really just a blessing because God said that He will prepare a table for us in the presence of our enemies. Rather God's table than a man made table any day, anyway. So, hey, it's only a blessing. So, what is a table? The Bible says that a table is a symbol of where we eat. It is literally where we eat physical food, but spiritually, it refers to our mental and spiritual nourishment. How do you build your own table? Well, here's what you need in your toolbox to get started: faith, focus, finances, and fight. Building your own table is easier said than done, but it is very rewarding. It most certainly requires your faith and focus. You must write out your visions and believe them. Chase after your dreams, and they will surely come to pass. Get your finances in order so that you can acquire what you need to build your table. And fight. You must have fight because you will surely be met with resistance and obstacles, but never with anything you can't handle. Once you have built your table, you can stand back in amazement and say, yes, I did that. Pat yourself on the back and don't forget to celebrate. The feeling is indescribable once you can create opportunities for yourself when others have arbitrarily denied you. But don't stop there. Once you build your table, build your team. Invite others to have a seat at your table. Don't forget your loyal followers, people who have followed you and supported you the whole way through. And you put yourself in position to create opportunities for others, which is a bigger blessing than creating a table for yourself. Look, if you build it, they will come. Don't worry. The benefit of building your own table is having more control over the legacy that you want to leave for your family. So go get your hammer, your nails, and your lumber from Lowe's and get busy. The world is hungry for what you bring to the table. We can unite as opportunity makers. Let's be opportunity makers. We can accomplish great things together. But I'll leave you with this: know what you bring to the table and don't be afraid to eat alone. I don't know about you, but I want to eat. So build your table and bon appetit, boo.
Yes, I love it, love it, love it. Bon appetit. Thank you very much, Ariel. Thank you for sharing that. And you're right. We do not need to be afraid to eat alone. It is better. I'd rather eat alone than eat next to somebody who does not like me, but I think like me. So thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you again for being able to be with us today. I truly appreciate it. All right. So our next speaker is Artissa Felder. Artissa is representing the USA. She is a behavior therapist. She's an entrepreneur. She's a best-selling author. She's a speaker. She's an advocate for young children. She's a nonprofit organization. And she is the CEO and co-founder of a journal line with her and her daughter. And I am so grateful to know Artissa. I've worked with her for several years with her nonprofit organization, Catch My Heart Outreach. And we have built a great relationship over the years. We've bounced ideas off each other. She's like my accountability partner. So I've seen the growth in her, and I'm sure that she sees the growth in me as well. And that's definitely needed. You need people that's going to root you on and support you and just show up for you. And that's what she's done. She's always there. So I appreciate you, Artissa. Will you please enlighten us, and will you share what building your own table means to you?
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Latasha, for having me. I'm so honored to have the opportunity to share some of my thoughts on the topic that is very near and dear to me, and that's building your own table. So what does it mean to build your own table? It means creating something that reflects who you are, what you value, and what you have to offer to this world. Everyone has their own unique qualities to contribute, and building your own table allows you to be exactly who God created you to be. Without being placed in a box, you can live by live by your own standards and your own rules. It means making your own space, not settling, and not being afraid to stand out and embrace your uniqueness. Building your own table takes collaboration, support, and overcoming challenges, because there will be challenges. Having allies, friends, and role models who encouraged me, inspired me, motivated me to keep going, and taught me valuable lessons was vital in getting through the hard days, because there will be hard days. People who water you and believe in your vision are important because they remind you of what you have to offer, and they allow you to always remember that you can do anything that you set your mind to do. Why building your own table is important. It's not about yourself, but creating opportunities for those who come after you. Building generational wealth now can create an impactful shift in the life of my daughter and the family she will one day create. It's about sharing your knowledge, your skills, and your resources. There's enough room for us all. So helping the next person will not hinder your journey to success. There's no reason to gatekeep and keep your resources because there is enough room for us all to be successful. It's about lifting others up, not pulling them down. It's about empowering others and not excluding them. Building your own table is not a selfish act, but a generous one. It's not a competitive act, but a collaborative one. It's a unifying act. Building your own table is not a one-time act, but a continuous one. It's not a final act, but a starting one. So I invite you all to join me in building your own table, whether it's a table for your family, your community, your profession, your passion, whatever it is, I encourage you to make it your own. Make it something that you are proud of, something that you can enjoy, something that can make a positive impact, something that inspires others, and something that can change the world because you all have the power to change the world in your own way. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us as well. I truly appreciate everything that you do. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Dr. Murda Jackson. She's representing the USA. She's actually helped me a lot with this event. As soon as I mentioned it, she's like, "What can I do, sis?" And I know that it's taken a lot from her as well, and it's making her out, it's stretching her as well, because she's an introvert like myself, but you would never know it. But I truly appreciate all that she has done with this event. Dr. Murda Jackson is a USA Army veteran. She's an entrepreneur. She's an author. She's a business coach. She's a travel business owner. She's an advocate for children and women. She was awarded the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award last year, and she's a philanthropist. Again, I met her last year, and she'll share this story real quick. So again, we're both introverts. So we got our doctorates together last year, and we knew coming into the event that we're going to talk to people. We're going to have to be around people. We were like, okay, we're going to do this. We had to prep ourselves. We were telling ourselves we got this. But the weekend that we were there, we connected and we got through it. We got through it. And ever since then, we have been inseparable. She's another great accountability partner. I feel like I've known her forever. She's someone great to have in your corner. She's loyal. She is just a great person. So I'm grateful to have her as my sister and also as the coordinator of this event. I truly appreciate all your hard work and dedication. Dr. Jackson, will you please share what building your own table means to you?
Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Dr. Latasha, you're amazing. I've seen you blossom, and it's so amazing to see. So what building your own table means to me, I wrote a little story for you guys. So once upon a time in the beautiful state of Alaska, I embarked my entrepreneur journey with a fervent passion for books and a deep-seated desire to uplift others through HR, coaching services, and travel. So from the outset, I understood the pivotal role of networking in building my business. So attending local online events and engaging with fellow entrepreneurs, authors, and professionals allowed me to forge meaningful connections that not only expanded my clientele, but it also enriched my knowledge and propelled my business forward. Throughout my entrepreneurial odyssey, I wholeheartedly embraced the saying that no woman is an island. Seeking out mentors and peers who generously share their wisdom and experiences, I navigated the challenges of entrepreneurship and resilience and determination. Sharing knowledge became not just a strategy, but a core principle of my success. I love helping people. If you get to know me, you will know that. Through my coaching services, I endeavored to empower individuals to discover their truths and live authentically by openly sharing my own journey, including the struggles and the vulnerabilities I faced. I inspired others to embrace their weaknesses and transform them into strengths. In the ever-evolving landscape of entrepreneurship, I recognize the importance of creating my own success rather than waiting for opportunities to come knocking. By harnessing my unique strengths and seizing upon emerging trends, I carved out my niche in the competitive market. As my story continues to unfold, I remain steadfast in my commitment to building my own table and empowering others to do the same. Through dedication, perseverance, and the belief in the power of community, I am not only realizing my entrepreneurial dreams, but also leaving a lasting impact on those around me. With that being said, I wrote a poem, as I stated in the podcast. If you all listen to the podcast, I love quotes. So instead of leaving you guys with a quote today, I want to leave you with a poem that I wrote. All right, y'all ready? Okay. In the boundless sea of opportunity, where dreams unfurl and destinies align, no woman stands alone, a solitary isle, but amidst a network, her power entwined. With threads of connection woven strong, she shares the wealth of wisdom's light. For the tapestry of collective knowledge lies the strength to navigate the darkest nights. To learn one truth, to live it bold, is to carve a path uniquely divine. And in the honesty of embracing flaws, she transforms weaknesses into strengths sublime. Building her table, a grand endeavor, crafted from resilience, ambition, and grace, she forges her own destiny, unyielding. In the symphony of her triumph, she finds her place. So let us raise our voices in celebration, like we're doing today, of the power within, waiting to be unfurled. For the journey of creating one's own success, we illuminate the world with the essence of our own world. In networking embrace, in knowledge's might, in owning our truths, our strengths, and our flaws, we embody the essence of building our table. And in the symphony of empowerment, we find our cause. And I'll leave you all with that. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Jackson. I truly appreciate it. All right. So we're at our distinguished guest speaker, Miss Sabrina Thomas. And I'll share a little quick story about Sabrina Thomas. About 2 years ago, I just kind of started writing, contributing as an author. But I wanted to work with somebody I didn't know. I was like, okay, I just want to work with somebody that I don't know. So I got on Facebook and I'm just like Googling, looking for contributing authors. And I found there was like 3 or 4, but Sabrina's call to action really stood out. I jumped in her inbox. I'm up here inboxing people, don't know them. Jumped in her inbox and she answered all my questions. It was like we hit it off great. And I did not know her. We were not even friends on Facebook at that time. I was just searching. Okay. But that showed me that that's what God wanted. He knew I needed Sabrina and Sabrina needed me. And I will say that working on her project has been one of the best projects that I've ever worked on. I have met some amazing women that I am still friends with today. So our connection is great connection. And it just goes to show you about networking and just sometimes stepping out on faith and don't be scared or do it scared, but she is our distinguished guest because she has a story to tell us and she is an amazing woman. So let me tell you a little bit about Sabrina. So she is a best-selling author. She's a speaker. She's a visionary. She's a breast cancer warrior. She's a TV producer and advocate. She started an empowerment community movement called Girl Don't Count Yourself Out. The community aims to connect women from all facets of life to focus on self-care, sisterhood, confidence, and growing spiritually. Sabrina Thomas, I want to remind you today that you are resilient, you are tenacious, and you are faithful. And most importantly, you are loved and you are appreciated by those around you. So will you please share with us what Build Your Own Table means to you?
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Building your own table to me means bossing up. It means stepping up. It means taking some risk. And without that, with that, you need to have some faith. Okay. When you know who you are and why you were created, your purpose, nothing and no one can stop you. Knowing yourself and what you bring to the table is everything. Because many, many years ago, I was in a part in my life where I wanted to belong. But now I understand my path is about leading. My path is not about fitting in. I did the inside work because you got to do the inside work, okay? It starts from inside out. And I stepped into my purpose. And I did that without shame, without apology, but again, lots of faith. So, ladies, I'm not sure if any gentlemen on this call, but ladies, there's room for you to build your own table. No matter what the person next to you is doing, no matter no matter what the person is next to you is doing, no one can do it in your voice, your experience, and your insight. My circle is surrounded by authors, coaches, visionaries, writers, doing the same thing I'm doing, but there's only one Sabrina. That's my superpower. There's only one Nicole. There's only one Juliana. And that's our superpower, because comparing yourself, we all know what that means, right? Comparison is a thief of joy, it kills your joy. And comparing myself to someone else is an insult to God and what he created me to be. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to insult God, because he created me fearfully and wonderfully made me and you as well. That's why I created my own community of women who felt overlooked, underestimated, who felt counted out, could shine. Building connections and creating supportive communities and impacting lives, that's what I'm all about. And that's why I connected with Latasha, because that's what she's all about as well. Empowering women and or men isn't just about giving someone a seat at the table, okay? It's about ensuring that their voices are heard and their ideals that they have are valued as well. I saw a quote the other day on Facebook. Shirley Chisholm said, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring your own folding chair. Okay, I love that. So this girl right here, I'm not waiting for a seat at the table. I'm building my own table, like Latasha's doing today with us, like she's doing in her life, and like so many of you women that I follow and that I will be following are doing. So I'm here to say, you don't need a seat at their table. You need to build your own table. Build a table where everyone is welcome and every voice it matters. When you build tables, you open up doors that will create a world where everybody can find their place in this world. But I gotta say this, you need to be cautious and smart about who you let pull up a chair to your table, because not everybody, unfortunately, wants to see you win. And as leaders, it is our response, and ladies, we are leaders, right? Everybody on here is a leader. I believe we are leaders. It's our responsibility to uplift and support each other, creating a world where every woman can thrive. That's what building a table means. Let's normalize creating our own table. Let's embrace and empower all that comes with creating our own narratives. But know this, your worth is not determined by the invitation you receive by the doors. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Your worth is not determined by the invitation you receive, but by the doors you open for yourself and the doors that you open for others. So thank you, Latasha, for having me at the seat at your table.
And thank you for your yes. Thank you for your yes. Thank you for that amazing speech as well. I appreciate it. All right. So we're almost to the end. Dr. Jackson, do you want to go next?
Yes, yes. Hi, everyone. We wanted to reach out to the attendees and open up the room for them. If you have anything to say, you have a brief word or just anything. Anyone on the line want to say anything? You have time right now. Just let me know. Or you could put it in the chat if it's something that you want to share and you don't want to come on video or you don't want us to hear your voice. We got you. We'll speak for you. Hi, Tracy. I can't hear you.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's see.
She can't unmute.
Okay, and he says Tracy?
Yes. Nelson.
Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see.
Thank you for joining.
Okay. Good morning, beautiful queens.
Good
I
morning.
want to say that I have really enjoyed the things that the facilitators put out this morning that have stuck in my head about your table and your personal view of how to prepare your table and what to have at your table and what not to have at your table. So I want to let you ladies know that this was awesome this morning, and it has just motivated me to look at my table, my environment, the people I have around me differently, because everybody that wants to sit at your table is not always for you at your table. So I just want you ladies to know that I appreciate you. And Murder, this was awesome. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Tracy. Is anybody else want to share anything before we close out? All right. Well, again, thank you all so much for joining. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Did I unmute you, Ariel?
Yes, it's unmuted. I just wanted to add that this was just so wonderful to say we all had the same topic and everything was so different. You know, it just confirms what Miss Sabrina Thomas said. You know, she's around a lot of people that do the same thing that she does, but we had the same exact topic and everybody said something totally different. So it just shows that everybody's fingerprint is truly different and impactful.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Thank you. You're so right. Everybody, no one said the same speech. Thank you, Ariel. All right, Miracle, I think I unmuted you.
Hey guys. Oh, hey ladies. This was absolutely amazing. Latasha, you are the best. You already know that. I tell you, all of the speakers that I was able to hear today, I am truly inspired. I am genuinely empowered, because that's not always the case in every situation. So thank y'all. Thank you for your stories. And yeah, God bless you. Thank y'all.
Thank you. And thank you for your support always, Miracle. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? I didn't want to leave anyone out. So if anyone else wanted to say anything, feel free. Okay. Murder, do you see anyone else raising their hand by chance? I just want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Okay. Okay. I think I took you off.
Yeah, we just have a comment. I think it's Joni. I hope I said it right. Coleman. She said, "Thank you so much for all the inspiring words of encouragement that were shared. I did miss about 20 minutes in the middle, but seeing everyone from all backgrounds, from all over the world with a similar message was wonderful. Blessings to all." I want to let you know, Joni, you have time to watch it over again. We're gonna show the video, so you didn't miss anything.
Awesome. Anyone else? Murder that you may see? I want to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Who was it? So I can I'll make sure I unmute them. Do you know the name? Okay, hold on a second. Okay. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. Who was it? What's the
There
name?
you go. Sorry about that. It was Max Monette.
Okay. All right. All right. Hold on one second. Let's see. All right. Go ahead, Max Minette. Thank you for joining us as well.
Good morning, Grand Rising. It is a pleasure and honor. First of all, I was invited by Sister Elizabeth Escarrero Castillo, and I would like to say thank you for that. I see a few people that I know, Dr. Anita and Joycelyn, how are you doing? And Dr. Latasha Ramsay-Cyprian. It is awesome. I was in bed. I'm a little under the weather, but I had to get up and salute each and every sister I see here. Power, power, power of women. You all are just beyond awesome. I just sat here and I couldn't sleep. I sat here and the sister, I think it was Juliana, you know something, anyone that is sitting here, I give kudos to you for coming out and sharing your journey and your pain. That's not easy to do. And I tip my hat off to you ladies. I salute you ladies. Happy International Women's Month. And that's what it is. Iron sharpens iron. I don't know about these tables that people are setting, but I come for heat. And I'm going to make sure that I eat and my sisters eat too. That's right. Blessed love to all of you. Namaste and one love. I love it. Power of the women. Keep it up, ladies. Keep it up, my sister queens. This is what I'm talking about. The revolution will not be televised, and it will be the queens that uplift and save this world. Keep it up, my sisters. Blessed love.
Thank you, Max Minette. Thank you so much. Juliana, I think you asked to speak. I just unmuted you, Juliana. Yes. Go ahead.
First of all, I want to say thank you for having me, and there's someone here that would like to say hello. It's my mom, right. Diana.
Hey, Princess Diana.
Hi, girls, young ladies. Just wanting to say hi, stop by real quick. I appreciate all the support and love that you give to Juliana. This truly is such a wonderful platform, excuse me. And I don't think she would be this far without each and every one of you. And I truly, truly appreciate your love and support.
Thank you. And she does the same for us. So it's definitely a mutual, it's a mutual. So the way she pours into us, we pour into her. So we are so grateful for her. We are so grateful for her.
And I hate to say it, but she's got to log off because we got to go somewhere really. I'm sorry for that.
No, that's fine. We're actually wrapping up now. So thank you.
Okay, good. Okay. Yep. Thank you so much, ladies.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So again, thank you all for joining. I just want to leave with this closing remark. I want to extend my deepest gratitude for each and every one of you all today, just for joining us at this event. This event was not possible without the speakers, without those that attended, without those that believe in my vision and believe in me. And I could not have done this without you all. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Your presence has made this event a true success. Guest speakers, thank you for dedicating your time, your energy, your insight to engage in this meaningful discussions, sharing your experiences, and inspiring one another. Your contributions today have enriched our collective understanding of women's empowerment and have ignited new ideas and initiatives that will continue to propel positive change. In coming together, we have reaffirmed our commitment to advancing gender equality and in creating a more inclusive and empowering world for all. Your passion, your resilience, and your determination serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration for women everywhere. As we conclude today, please let us carry forward the momentum and spirit of collaboration that we have cultivated on today. Together, we can continue to build bridges, break barriers, and amplify the voices of women around the globe. Once again, thank you for being a part of this incredible journey. Your presence has made a difference, and your continued support support is invaluable as we work together to a brighter and more equitable future for all. Thank you so much, everyone, for today. Take care. Goodbye, everyone.